We all see flexing on YouTube, ranging from my $200 spacesuit to David Dobrik buying a new friend a new car every other week.
Shut the f- No.
Yeah,
You're such a car.
there you go.
Make you a new.
Because that's super comparable. But in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a very interesting character here on YouTube. A character that makes David Dobrik buying a new supercar every other week sound pretty cheap. A guy who seems to have a rags to riches story and a very, very reckless spending habit. And no, not Mr. Beast spending where he spends a buttload of money, but then gets a buttload of money back from the original video, making him go and profit. No, this is quite the opposite. This is just extreme spending. I haven't seen anything like this since 50 Cent's, what was it? MTV Cribs episode where he showed his entire car collection, what turned out to be fake. It turned out to not be his car collection. It was some Ferrari collector's car collection instead. But this guy's car collection was definitely not fake.
He's not committing flex fraud.
No, he is definitely not committing flex fraud. If anything, he flexed a little bit too hard. He flexed so hard that he didn't only get the attention from all of us. No, he got the attention from the FBI, the IRS. Everyone that he does not want to be looking at him is now looking at him. Mainly due to this guy has a dealership in the front of his yard. In his front lawn, I don't even know how many cars are there. Like probably 30, 40 cars, with the cheapest car there going for like 50 grand. And they probably range all the way up until like $500,000. And no, I'm not even exaggerating.
We got Latin on the
Tell me, do you know the feeling? Tell me, do you know the feeling? You look something you ain't got no feeling. OMI in a Lambo? You look like nah. Tell me, do you know the feeling? You look something you ain't got no feeling. OMI in a Hellcat? You look like yeah.
Graham Stephan would be pulling his hair out if he saw this video. Actually, I'm gonna message him and see if he wants to watch this video. Graham Stephan is the man who absolutely loses it if you spend $4 on a coffee. Guilty as charged. And my new pastime is for me to send him a bunch of videos of people blowing ridiculous amounts of money on stupid stuff, just so I could be a part of him losing his hair at an earlier age. But Graham agreed to come onto this channel as a quick cameo and take a quick peek at this video. So here's his reaction.
All right, man, let's give this a shot. Get my reaction on this one. So it's OMI in a Hellcat shows off his car collection. Let's see what car collection he has. Wait a second, are these all of his cars? He basically owns a valet lot or some sort of car shop or something. There's no way he owns, what's the point of owning so many cars? You can't even drive them all. So already I just think that's a big waste of money. Unless he's doing like Turo. I hope he's doing Turo. Or maybe he owns like a taxi company or something. There's gotta be a reason for owning this many cars.
We got Latin on the
Tell me, do you know the feeling? Tell me, do you know the feeling? You look something you ain't got no feeling.
So already, like, I've never heard of this guy. I have no idea what he does, but I really want to know what he does.
OMI in a Lambo? You look like nah. Tell me, do you know the feeling? You look something you ain't got no feeling. OMI in a Hellcat? You look like yeah. Hellcat. It's in the vlog. This is a car tour. Let's go. All right. So here we got my 2017 Platinum F350. Probably the biggest Fortunatos you'll ever see. Everything is bronze. This thing is a beauty.
I don't find that good looking though. I mean, maybe it's just personal taste. Like, I see that and I'm thinking like, the last thing I'd ever want to do is get those scratched. So you're pulling up to a curb, the first thing you're gonna do is along the entire side of that. And all I can think about is that's gonna cost a lot of money to fix. That's even more ridiculous though. That to me just looks like wasted money pointing out of the wheels. Why would anyone ever do that?
Close to like 140 grand. Into this truck.
Man, why would you ever do that? You're basically just putting a house into a car. That's a house. In a lot of the country, you buy a house with that money. You don't buy a platinum pickup truck with really just ugly looking rims. Maybe this guy needs some glasses. He can't see what he's driving.
Oh, you see, I have to have a tow truck because I have so many cars. But this is probably the coolest tow truck you've ever seen. No, should have painted that bronze too, but all I'm gonna do is get scratched up anyway.
You wouldn't say that about the rims, but you say that about the tow thing on the back. That makes no sense to me.
I used to play Gran Turismo when I was younger. My dream car was always a Corvette. That's the reason why I got a fake leg. I got a knee replacement, hip replacement, and a femur. I got an accident in this car. So there's a whole new car, by the way. That ain't reconstructed.
Why would you get another one? Wouldn't that be a sign that, like, maybe you should slow down a little bit? Maybe you should be in an SUV. You should not be getting into sports cars. If you're driving them too fast and not driving them responsibly.
This is a 2019 Corvette. And it's actually a Grand Sport. I like the Z06. This is a lot. This is enough power for this car. The Z06 is overpowered. It makes the car fishtail a lot.
I don't think the Z06 makes the car fishtail. I think your lead foot makes the car fishtail. How long do you think it took him to park all of his cars like that just for this one video? I bet he's filming this now at like 4 p.m. because it took him all day just to line up the cars.
To record vlogs is probably the best thing you can ever use because when you're doing B-roll coming down the highway, you can pop the top back and you just stick out the top. You ain't gotta stand on top of nothing.
I love his justification for tax write-offs. I think that alone makes this video entirely worth it. It's like, this car is perfect for going like 95, for getting B-roll shots, and this truck over here is really good for towing this Lamborghini so we can get some slow motion B-roll shots and you whip the top off. As long as you can justify it as a tax write-off.
2016 Dodge Hellcat, and it's in mint condition still. This car is a beauty. When I say a beauty, sitting on some 22s, I don't really like to modify my cars as much. I'm gonna start doing it, but this one right here, somebody can offer me $250,000 and I won't sell it because that's the reason why I got the name.
If someone offers you $250,000, you should take it and then sell the rims on the other car too, and then do something else with the money.
This is a 2017 Hellcat, so I got a 16, a 17, and a 19.
Why would you waste money on 3 Hellcats?
This is the 2019 87. Everybody asked me why I thought about the 87R, and we'll get to that shortly. But I needed a sports car. Then went to the luxury, so this is pretty much it. Now the same thing, this needs better rims. These rims suck.
I love his taste in rims, or should I say lack of taste. It's like all the original rims, you're like, yeah, that's ugly, that's ugly. These, on the other hand, are the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
Now this is a 2019 Aventador. These cars are very expensive, and they're for very small people. And I don't mean small and like skinny, I mean small and short.
I would be perfect in that car, I gotta say.
Now you're wondering why this car is out here by itself. It's because Chevy gave me a lot of damn money to do this damn thing.
What does the guy do? I really want to know on the back end, like how much money this guy has in investments or how much this guy is making in order to afford these cars. Now, I kind of understand if the cars are his main source of income, like he's doing something with the cars, he's renting them on Turo, or he's reselling them for a profit, or he's using them as content, and that makes him even more money. And he's just parlaying all of his money into more cars, into more cars, into more cars, until eventually he can start pulling a profit from this. Or if he's just the type where he's just spending all of his money on cars and has nothing invested, nothing to fall back on. You know, I think at the very least, he's got his money sitting in cars. Some of those cars would retain their value a little bit. Some of the other cars, I'm sure he's probably losing. I want to know how much he's losing a day in depreciation alone, and just those cars. He must be losing like, I don't know, $2,000 a day, right? In just depreciation. Just that. Just the car sitting in his front lawn for him to make a video with. He's just losing a few $100 right there.
Thank you, Graham, for coming on the channel. His links will be in the description down below. If you're interested in financial videos, I would definitely recommend checking him out. But obviously, this is just so far out of the ordinary. You would think this dude's a kingpin. In reality, not quite, but close. He's more of, well, exploiting something that doesn't really have a lot of rules and regulations around it. So he's basically exploiting a very, very, very gray zone. It's like if you wanted to kill people for a living, but you didn't want to get thrown into jail, so you just start a tobacco company. Yeah, that's how much of a gray zone he's in now. It's not quite like that at all. It's very much so of a legal loophole that's not quite a legal loophole because he's in court because of it. But if you're barely skirting the law and your company is the definition of a gray zone, don't park 30 supercars in the front lawn of your house. Why? Because as I said earlier, this lifestyle didn't only catch the attention of hundreds of thousands of people on YouTube. No, he also caught the attention of the IRS and the feds. So they're also watching every single move this man's doing now, as you can see here.
A local YouTube celebrity is telling the online world he has been raided by the feds. He's well known for his fancy, high-end cars and candid videos. His channel has 500,000 subscribers, and his videos have been viewed 35 million times. But those pricey cars aren't sitting in his driveway anymore. Fox 29's Jeff Cole joins us live from the federal courthouse in Philadelphia with the story. Jeff.
Shayna, Omar Carrasquillo is a local man who appears to have hit it big on YouTube. But a raid of his New Jersey property by federal agents last week is likely. It may strike big trouble for him.
Thank you for stating the obvious, Fox News anchor.
The sprawling home on the 100 block of Fox Chase Court, Swedesboro, almost appeared abandoned, with the shades down and no answer at the door.
What's up with the news and having like B footage of them knocking at an empty house door all the time? Like anytime someone's done something wrong, they always have B footage of them knocking at an empty house as if someone's gonna go answer.
They're like, we reached out to this man who has been dead for 5 years to see if we could get a statement.
And then like they're just knocking on his door. No family members answered. Like what makes them think if a house is seized that he's magically going to appear and invite them in for some tea or something? Like Are you a Fox News anchor or a Jehovah's Witness?
A far different look from what appears on YouTube, where homeowner Omar Carrasquillo shows off his collection of high-end cars.
They had like bulletproof vests on, and they had guns drawn, and they were very slowly approaching the house next door.
Wednesday, November 20th, and the appearance of great wealth collapsed, say neighbors, when FBI agents, seen here in cell phone pictures, hit the place in an early morning raid, hauling the cars away.
They loaded them off one by one for the course of about 4 or 5 hours.
They took all his cars.
Took all the cars.
You think this is the same neighbor that disliked all his cars? They obviously got what they wanted, since they aren't really trying to defend him in any way whatsoever here.
It's unclear just what the feds are investigating. Their local offices declined comment Wednesday. But Carrasquillo, a 33-year-old YouTube sensation, also known for web hosting, has clearly drawn the aggressive attention of investigators. In a brief phone conversation with Fox 29, a man claiming to be Carrasquillo refused to answer questions on the record. A source close to him tells Fox 29 he's being investigated for alleged tax evasion and copyright infringement, but hasn't been charged.
The one thing I wish that like the school systems just taught was how to pay taxes. Taxes in general should definitely be in the school system. That would save so many people so much money. Like if you are new to money, if you're young and you own your own business, get a CPA. Seriously, that would save you so much money, and they will save you way more money than what you spend on them. But after seeing all this, you probably have the same question as Graham. What did this guy do to get all this money? And why is this man being arrested? Well, you see, he is the founder of the pirate IPTV service called Gears Reloaded and Gears TV. And to make things worse for himself, he went on to a fellow YouTuber's channel and he said this.
I explained it already. I got into this little altercation where I got robbed. You know what I'm saying? That's the last time I ever sold drugs. I got robbed on July the 4th, 2014. And I was like, you know what? F this. I ain't never gonna sell drugs again.
My man just admitted to selling and gave the date and month. I'm not a lawyer at all, but to my knowledge, you should really stay quiet when the feds are watching every single move you do.
A couple weeks later, something popped in my head that said fire stick. Once that fire stick popped in my head, I was like, you know what? I was broke before, and I sold DVDs. DVDs are obsolete. Ain't nobody rocking with DVDs no more. I got to find a way to put digital movies onto a stick, and that's how it started. And back when Cody was popping, you know what I'm saying, I was one of the first ones doing Cody sticks, and that's how I started making a lot of money.
But moving on, he started selling fire sticks, but that's not how he made the majority of his money. That came when he created his own pirate IPTV service.
What happened was I made these apps. Made an app called Gears TV. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it or if you ever watched it. Anything with a Gears TV app on it, it was mine. The app sold about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. So I'm living my regular life. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm making a couple hundred bands every day, every other day. I don't want to get into specific details how much money I'm making because I'm still fighting this case, but I'm seeing M's after like too many million.
Okay, wait, just to quote him here. So I'm living my regular life. Now I'm making a couple hundred bands, which would be more than $200,000 every day. And then he goes on to say, I don't want to get into specific details about how much money I'm making because I'm still fighting this case, but I'm seeing millions, like too many millions. Isn't that getting into specific details? You already have the IRS and the feds looking at you, and now you're admitting to having too many millions. Why? Why do that to yourself? Like, I'm so used to seeing like these pirate guys get caught and they say nothing. It's just 100% radio silence from them. Like, they don't talk to anyone. But this man just keeps going. He's obviously very witty and very opportunistic because he saw something where he could make a buttload of money and he went for it. Whether it being illegal, legal, or an absolute gray zone like this. Ugh. But for the icing of the cake, after all of this, after the FBI seized everything, what do you think he did? Let me just read you a few video titles here that were posted after the FBI seized everything. OMI in a Hellcat taking delivery of a new Charger Hellcat. Taking delivery of a Hellcat Red Eye. Taking delivery of a 2020 Daytona Hellcat. He bought 3 almost identical cars after the FBI seized everything from him. Why? He's technically supposed to be broke right now. And then he goes and does that? My man's in the trenches the way he's digging his own grave. Oh my goodness. But hey, new decade, new level of stupidity here on the internet. What do you guys think of all of this? This is probably one of the most insane cases I have covered on this channel. Please let me know in the comments down below what you think of all this. I can only hope that this guy gets out as unscraped as possible.
I mean, how bad of a person is he?
He seems like a great guy. Like, if you sit and watch his YouTube videos, like, he's a very likable individual. So, like, I wish him only the best. So I hope his legal team really kicks some butt in court because he'll need all the luck he can get. If you're new here, I welcome you to my channel. It'll be awesome if you subscribed. If you want to drop a like on the video, it'd help my channel out a lot. And if you want to follow me outside of YouTube, you can find me as Atozy on Instagram and Twitter. Links will be down in the description down below. But on that note, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I don't talk, I get it. Yeah, you know I'm about it. If it kill me, I'ma let it. Run into the bag like I'm so athletic. I've been up since 6, making hits like tennis. I've been on fire, I just need my credit. Wanna go far, need to change my settings. Reaching for the stars so my feet touch heaven. Haven't had first, bitch, already want seconds.